She was at our property.
She wasn't out.
At this time, you're under arrest, okay?
Oh my God, baby. Oh my God.
I need you to put your hands behind your back for me, okay?
After months of tormenting her neighbor, police finally put an end to this woman's obnoxious attitude when she crosses the line, then tries to play the victim.
Just relax.
I didn't do anything. This is so fast.
On October 31st, officers in Colts Neck were called to a residence after the suspect had violated a no-contact order against her neighbor.
So what's going on?
I have a do not contact in place with my downstairs neighbor after an arrest in 2023 where she was at my front door, not letting me in, harassing me, following me around, recording me at like 2 a.m. after many instances of petty things that never, ended up in an arrest. She doesn't live here. Well, she lives here, but she's not always home. The last 3 to 4 times she's pulled in, which is what happened today. She walks up my sidewalk to my front door where she's on the other side of the building, but Judge Solon Black gave her a do not contact in place, but she's doing petty things lately where she's like recording my front door on my side of the building, my garden. Today I happened to be opening my front door. She had her camera out, recorded me, spoke to me, and then now she's inside saying, "I'm scared of you," like mimicking me, mocking me. I want her to leave me alone.
Do you have any video or anything of it?
I started because instances of keying my car and more things in the past, I didn't have video. Now I've started to install security cameras and stuff. That's why she was finally arrested. She's often under the influence of drugs and alcohol. But so I came to my front door and I took out my camera. I'm not speaking. This is her. She eventually speaks to me. Stop harassing me, she says.
Okay.
I had a do not contact in place so that you stop harassing me. Because Officer Cap told me to tell her stop harassing me verbally. Maybe as a way to try to have something. Back last December, she installed an exterior floodlight that she shines into my bedroom window. So I've been wanting that remediated. So I think she's starting. But I deserve.
Where's she at? 27.
27.
So we're on the other side.
And I haven't. I could download another security video that shows her actually walking up.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing.
I gave you.
I'm gonna be honest. Because it's very weird, the wording with your whole thing. Because it says you can sign complaints against her, but it doesn't say directly that we do. So I just want to double check that
I
with.
can show you the do not contact.
I know. I have a copy of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I also want to go and talk to her and just see what her deal is right now.
All right. Yeah.
So give me a second. Let me go talk to her, and I'll be right back with you. Okay?
Yeah.
You can wait inside. We'll knock on your door.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, thank you. Yeah, and I'm sure it's about the exterior lights shining into my bedroom window. I've been putting up with it since last December.
I got you. All right. We'll be right back with you. Okay?
Leave me alone. Thank you.
No problem. She's just watching outside her window. Has no idea we're right here. Hi there.
How are you, officers?
What's going on today?
I'm on the phone with my fiance, just he's listening as well.
Okay.
So what's going on? I just arrived home and I went to. I had received a violation regarding my light, which from the HOA, and I spoke with them, and they said it was based on a complaint and not based on the fact that it was in violation of the HOA. And I said, well, have you sent one to every person with the light? That's the original light. And they said it must be replaced with that light fixture. And she said, no, but if you can, I said, well, that's harassment on that's not an HOA violation. So she said, if you take photos, let us know and send us an email, follow up. We'll get rid of your violation because there's no ordinance per se. So I said, okay. So I got home. I walked outside. I walked to take a picture of my neighbor over there on that side's light. The neighbor who I have no contact with stepped outside, saw me, started filming me. I took a picture of her light. I continued on, take a video. She engaged with me and said, stop harassing her. Stop coming to her door. I said, I'm not harassing you. I said, I'm not harassing you. Please stop harassing me. And she said, I have a no contact order. You're slurring. You scare me. And I said, I'm not even engaging with you. And she said, you just spoke to me. I continued on my way. I took.
Do you have a video of that by any chance?
I don't have a video of her saying that, but she does. She has a video of her saying that.
Yeah, I saw her video, and it's you actually starting the talking, though.
Because that's where she deleted it from. She probably has a video on her camera as well from her phone thing. She has a full video. But you understand, the way we avoid situations like this, though? Hear me out real quick. I'm listening.
Is you not going anywhere near her.
I didn't go near her. She came outside.
You're out on her front step, basically.
I wasn't on her step, sir. Please.
You're right in front of her house.
But I live here.
You're recording it.
Sir, I was taking a picture because of a violation because she's called the cops on me for a light. She's harassing me. She's called. I have a picture.
Okay, but
I didn't engage with her.
She has a no contact
I didn't engage with her.
order.
I live here, sir. Respectfully,
And you're standing out front of her house recording it.
No, I wasn't. I was.
You just told me you were
I started recording when she started recording me.
Just
Sir,
lower your voice a little
I would
bit,
like to
okay?
show you, please. May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you can see right here. I'm taking a picture. Right? I'm sorry. Would you like to see?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
You may step in.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sorry, my phone's distracted. Alright. Babe, hold on 1 second, okay? So, this is as I get there, she comes out and begins recording. You can see I'm taking a picture right there. I move on. I take the picture. I move on. This is where I begin recording because I said that she's planting and overgrowing and she just continues recording. I don't speak. I continue. And you see I move along. This is all time stamped. I'm not engaging with her in any way. This is my home here. I'm standing in front of it. Move along, filming. So overgrown bushes that she's planting, but I am blocking my windows in my home. And you see, I take pictures of her unit there. Oh wait, it went backward. Oh, these are all as it recorded. Take pictures, stills. Then
But you don't have any video of her
speaking. No, because I didn't start recording her because I wasn't there to record her.
Okay.
So if you ask her for her camera from start to finish, where I first approach on her light up there, you'll see the full video, which I'm sure she doesn't send you the picture of, because that wouldn't be like her. You can see then I take a picture of that neighbor's. This is all on a time thing.
But you understand what I'm saying, though. We have
I understand, but I didn't. She came and approached me, sir. I did avoid it.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. She's no contact order against you.
And I contacted her.
Yeah, but you're standing outside her house.
No, I was standing outside of my home, sir. Respectfully, that's my house. And I was letting the...
Relax.
I understand, but you're telling me I can't stand from my home. The court order says I can.
Well, I'm saying you're recording them. So.
I wasn't recording her.
Okay.
I just started to see you recording.
Just wait here. I'm going to go make a couple phone calls, and I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay, but this is absurd. This is not okay.
I agree.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to shut the door.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Yep.
Thank you.
So she was taking pictures of HOA violations because she got an HOA violation, and then she came out and said, "Why are you taking pictures of my house?" That's basically the story.
Yeah, exactly. So, you see what Matt said.
And then they engaged because they're saying that she engaged with her for whatever. It's he said, she said.
But if she engages at first, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I understand the, still it's no contact order and all that, but,
yeah.
If she's an issue, but she's not.
Who do you call?
I think it's almost someone. So, I guess she got the accused, got a complaint from HOA saying she needed to change it. And they told her to go around and take photos of everyone that doesn't have the proper light. So, that's what she was doing. This lady comes out to call her, and she's recording it, and kind of sounds like says, "Why are you recording my house?" Like standing on public sidewalk. Like,
okay, so it wasn't at they made it
no,
front door.
But then they did talk to each other. I'm like, is this technically a violation of the court order? You know what I mean?
But do you call Sonnenblick for that? Because Sonnenblick issued the order.
Or it's called Kathy.
Or call Kathy.
Yeah.
And then to me, I'd be like, oh, yeah, absolutely. But she's doing it from the street.
Yeah. Let me go see if this lady
Because
has more video.
Did she see her and make contact with her?
Yeah, that's basically what it sounds like. But it's two separate stories for you, I guess. So let me try and talk to her real quick.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Like the incident that occurred today is exactly the incident that happened in 2000.
Can I see that video again real quick?
Yeah, I was just downloading the one of my...
Yeah, do you have it from the beginning?
Yeah.
So let me be honest. So what she's trying to say is that you initiated talking to her first?
No.
Yeah, that's why I want to be able to see.
Does everyone want
No, it's right. You show me.
All right. So this is her walking up my sidewalk. This is my front door. It's closed. Sorry. Meridian calls me every time I go there for a survey.
Do you mind if I just hold it so I can hear it all
So
louder?
I happened to open my video. I didn't know she was going to be at my front door because it's my front door. I should be able to freely come and go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, she pulls in. Sorry, the internet stinks. And I feel like my videos have been the only thing that helps me secure something. It's just, don't mess with it for a second because it's freaking out with the internet right now.
Yeah, if you want to try to get it back up again. Is it better if we move closer to your...
Well, data shouldn't work, but here. So she parked at her Volvo.
Okay.
She's walking up my sidewalk. It moves sometimes, so it's a little annoying. But volume should be on. I don't know if you could hear it over the engines. That's me opening my door. I don't say one word to her. Never, ever would I ever initiate a conversation with her. for 7 years I've been called a fat cunt and a bitch, and I don't say anything to her. And then
It's when she like starts coming over here as well.
yeah, and she says it first. She goes, "Stop harassing me."
I kind of do not contact in
That's
place
me.
so that you stop
She says,
harassing
"Can you please stop harassing me?"
Okay.
First, I say not one word to her.
Okay. All right. Let me go make a phone call real quick, and I'll be right back with
It's
you.
been 7
Okay.
years, and I'd really appreciate it.
No, I understand. Just give me 1 second, okay? Let me talk to them, and then I'm gonna make a phone
It's
call.
just going to be petty thing, and Officer Cap was even considering doing a summons because of the light, because he's like, "I have 1 year left," and like it's ridiculous. And my mom grew up next to Dana.
So I'm gonna be honest. She's trying to say that she got the complaint about the light, and I guess HOA did something.
Because
what?
she
So
installed a floodlight.
she's saying that she was.
bedroom.
I understand, but she's saying that she was told by HOA to go and record everyone that has improper lights.
No.
So
No.
that's their story.
I know.
Listen,
I
I
go
completely
to
get
all
it.
the board meetings, and I talk to Colleen, who's the HOA manager. That's not the case.
Yeah. So just give me a second. Do you want to just wait inside? I'll come
But
back
she's
up in a
not-
moment.
she's not- but like the last time she was home earlier in the week, she doesn't come all the way to my front door, and she's not recording the light. She's recording my bedroom windows and my garden, which is on the side of the building. And I have a video of that as well
Okay.
to show it's not my light.
Okay.
essentially, that
I got you.
corroborates her story.
All right, just give me a couple minutes and I'll be right back with you, okay?
Thank you.
So, are you able to email me that video?
Absolutely. I've emailed videos to
I'll give you my email right now if that
I-
works for you.
yeah.
Or I can get my card in a second.
It's okay, but like Judge, like I.
I was just on the phone. Can I just see the video one last time?
Yeah, the one on my security camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the Wednesday one, the one from today.
Yeah, no, I had showed him like my own recording, and then I showed him this one.
I think they're both capture the same thing for the most
I don't
part.
get her like walking down the sidewalk.
Yeah, but
But I installed
I'm just gonna
this.
turn the volume up.
Yeah, and I installed this because she was showing up my door, keying my car, opening my gas tank, and
contact in place so that you stop harassing. I'm not.
but she's the one that speaks. I'm standing in my car,
You just spoke to me
and I say you just spoke to me because she goes to.
and you're slurring.
and then last thing, can you show me the video that you actually have too?
Yeah, probably.
Like I said, I just want to make sure we have everything
Yeah.
that.
So.
Do you mind if I hold your phone for
Yeah,
this
no,
too?
no problem. Do whatever you need to do because I just want to stop living this nightmare. I thought this would protect me and it hasn't been very effective.
All right, that's fine.
Please, thank you.
All right, just stay inside. Email. I'll give you my card in a second, okay?
Just stay inside for a minute.
All right,
Yep.
thank you.
What's up?
Come on here.
Yeah. All right, can you step outside? So, I'm going to be honest with you. You're the one that initiated talking to her. It's on video on her surveillance camera and on her phone, the video she took.
came out. I was outside.
She was at her property.
She wasn't out.
At this time, you're under arrest, okay?
Oh my god, baby.
I need you to put your hands behind your back for me, okay?
Oh my god, please. Hold
Give me the phone.
Hold on. Hold on. Why are you doing anything? Why are you saying? Wait, baby, call my dad to call Michael, please.
All right, we'll call him.
Just relax.
He's doing anything. This is so fast. Baby.
He's on the phone, man. He's on the phone. You want to talk to him?
Yeah. They're arresting me. Because they said I engaged with her, but she came outside. I was already out. I was taking a picture of the neighbor's thing. I asked her so
You talk to her. That's a violation. That's personal
Oh my God.
contact.
But she
Relax.
approached me.
You need to relax. Stop tensing up.
Relax.
Stop tensing up and relax.
We gotta walk to the car.
Okay, so.
I'm gonna try to get you in and out as fast as I can.
I'm
Okay?
so seriously my daughter trick or treating. I don't even stay here.
Unfortunately, you talk to her. There's nothing I can
She,
do.
how is that fair that she's allowed to? And, like she came, like I'm not even here, and she's harassing me. She's putting HOA violations, calling the cops and whatever here.
Okay, but the thing is,
I can-
listen, just hear me out.
But how
And
is
the
she-
whole thing,
she
you can't
provoked
have,
me.
you
She
can't have.
comes outside. I
How
can't
is
have
she?
contact
How
with
is
her.
she provoking? All right, let's just go. We're going in the car, please.
I was already standing there. She came out. I was not in front of her. I was not engaged with her. She said, "Stop coming to my door." I didn't come to her door. I don't come to her door. I had to.
But you didn't have to talk to her. It's simple as
Why
that.
is she filming?
All you had to do is. Why were you filming right in front of her house as well?
Because I was taking
Relax.
a picture of my life.
Do not
It's
pull.
my home.
Stop pulling away from
I'm not
me.
pulling away from you. I'm trying to be respectful and listen to my speech.
All right, say goodbye to your
I love you,
fiance.
baby.
We're gonna call him.
Just
when we're
listen,
done,
be
okay?
cooperative with me and I'll
I
get
am
you out of here as
cooperative.
fast as I
I'm
can, okay?
sorry.
You gotta stop pulling away from me,
I'm sorry.
okay?
I'm sorry. I'm not.
All right.
So sorry. Okay.
How can I secure your house?
Just shut the green door to lock.
In a lock?
Do me a favor, you gotta sit up a little bit, because I want you to be...
This is bullshit.
Yep.
Wait, is this for Halloween?
Go away, buddy. I'm sorry right now. We're in the middle of something.
Okay. So that's his email address there. Can you just email him your cell phone video and the
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Absolutely.
So she was placed under arrest for violating that
Thank
contact
you, I
order.
appreciate
so
it because
all right.
it keeps happening. It's
Yeah.
everybody's
He's gonna have. Have you gotten a victim witness form before?
when she was arrested in 2023.
Last time, yeah. So he's gonna. We just don't have any on us on it right now. He's
I'll
gonna
pick
fill
it
one
up at
out.
the station.
Well, he'll bring it back to you.
Okay.
So you're
Or
gonna be
I can
around
pick up
tonight?
the report if it's.
We'll bring it back to you tonight because
All right.
you gotta get the form today.
Yeah,
so.
I should be around. My
Okay.
mom's at Riverview right now. I might have to give her a ride home, but
Okay, if not, we'll have
Yeah.
it for you. Okay.
Thank you, I
All right.
appreciate it.
If anything else happens tonight with any other contact or anything like that between anyone else, just give
that
us a
should
call.
be
Okay.
the only thing. Hopefully, that's
Yeah.
my only
I got you.
issue. So I,
All right, ma'am.
I appreciate it. Thank
Yep.
you.
No problem. I hope everything's well.
Take this off you. Just watch this over when I hit you. Step on out for me. Careful, it's a little tight. Just step towards me. I'm gonna go back this way.
Sorry, I didn't think it would go that way.
You're fine. Just keep walking. You don't have anything else on you, right? And then you're... I said we have a female officer coming. They just have to search you. Where you guys put everyone out in here? Where you guys just have them sitting over here?
You just take them against the wall.
Yep, I got
Seat
you.
right there and you just figure out what she has.
Yep, you got it. Thank you. You take a seat right here on the right. All right. So like I said, we have a female officer coming for you, so it's just going to be a little bit, okay? And then I'm going to try to get as much done for you as I can in the meantime. Do me a favor, stand up. Just be cooperative for me, okay?
I
Appreciate you.
from you. I was just I'm sorry.
I know you're upset. I understand.
I'm here I'm only here to see my daughter.
I get it, but like I said, you have that court order. Even if you talk to her one time, you're the one that initiated it.
She came outside and
She came outside her own home.
I was outside my own home.
Okay, but
That's the thing.
you didn't need
I
to
was-
talk to her though.
She didn't need to come out and start recording me and say, I'm scared of
Yeah,
you.
listen.
And go inside your home if you're scared of
You're
me.
the one that said to her first, stop harassing me.
Yeah, because she was.
Okay,
She came
guess
outside
what?
and started
That's
filming.
personal contact. You violated
It wasn't
the...
personal contact. I was
That is contact. You talk to her. We're going to agree to disagree on that point, okay? All right, like I said, as long as you're cooperative with me, listen. Look at me. As long as you're cooperative with me, I will get you out of here as fast as humanly possible, okay? Go ahead and answer. You have to be quick.
Hello?
Hey, baby, what's up?
Why are you not getting me?
What are you talking about?
You're not getting me.
What, right now?
Yeah. From Reagan's house.
I wasn't supposed to.
Reagan's not, I'm not going over to your house anymore.
Who'd you speak with?
Reagan's mom said.
Okay. What are you going to do tonight?
I'm sleeping over at Reagan's house, but why?
Mommy has a little issue she had to take care of.
What?
I'll talk to you about it when I see you, okay, baby?
Well, when are you going to see me?
Tomorrow.
But why don't you just get me today?
Baby, I'm so sorry. I'll give you a call in a little bit, okay?
No.
Baby, maybe I can come and see you in a little bit. Mommy's just dealing with an issue right now, and I can't have you girls at the house.
Why?
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm so sad I can't get you right now.
You don't seem sad.
I don't seem sad?
Now you do. Nothing. We're going to go trick-or-treating.
Okay, good.
I kind of want to know why I came to your house, because I was going to come to your house.
I knew you were, baby. I'm sorry. I can't come get you right now. I can't have Reagan's mom drop you off. I'll call you in a little bit, okay? I've got to go, though. I gotta go. I have to call you back. I'm sorry, baby. I love you. I'll call you in a little bit. I love you. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Hi.
Officer Bryson for Atlanta Police. Here to search you. Do you have anything on you that's fine? Nothing whatsoever? Okay.
Stay seated for 1 second, then we go grab the phone, and then hopefully we're able to get out of here. So when you do come here, like I said, otherwise, if you're not, you're going to have a warrant out for your arrest, which I know you understand, but we're going to need to fingerprint you when you come in, okay? Because I wasn't able to fingerprint you here. It's just a part of this whole thing. It'll take maybe 10 minutes. You've been cooperative with me. I'm not here to give you a hard time. Unfortunately, there's certain things that I have to act on. Can I just give you a word of advice with all this?
Yes.
Don't even engage or do any. But just hear me out. don't even go over there and record, because, like, you know what I mean?
I was taking a picture.
I know.
I wasn't even taking a picture of hers. I was taking a picture of the neighbors, and then when she started recording, I was at my home in front of my window because I had.
I understand, but the reason why you're in trouble though is because you actually initiated the speaking.
But she actually, I was there. She came, opened the door, and came out. She could have.
She never left her actual house.
She opened the door.
She opened
and
the door.
started filming me. How is that? Like she.
No offense, you're in a public space. Anyone can be recorded.
I understand that, but she can just do whatever she wants, and I can.
She can explain your side to the court. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not here to like debate it with you or anything like that. But there's certain things that I have to act on and do. So that's what happened today. Hopefully, this is a bit of a learning experience. Now, when are you and your fiance getting married? July. June. All right, come on out. Appreciate it. I was like, yeah, I'm locked in here. Aren't I?
Yeah.
All right, just give me the back seat again, and I'll drive you back to your house, okay? Just be careful, it's a little tight. Just throw that seatbelt on for me, please. Thank you. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. I'll let you out 1 second. You're all good to go, okay?
Have a good night.
Thank you, too. Hi, how are you? Just so you know, she was arrested.
Okay.
She did get released.
Okay.
But she's going to have to go to court.
That's like bail or something?
Yeah, so like, they don't really do that. But she's going to have to go to court. So she got charged with it.
Typical that chick gets
Yeah, so she got charged with everything.
Okay.
So she's going to go called to court. You probably will too.
Okay, because
So-
typically I feel like it's good for me to show up.
Yeah,
to,
it's like November 14th, but they'll reach out to you. I put you as a victim with it.
Okay.
Are you around tomorrow?
Yeah.
I just have to drop a form off for you.
Okay.
It's a Vine form just saying you're a victim of a crime.
All right, or I can come down to the station if that's easy.
Literally, I can fill it out and just drop it off, and simple
right.
as that.
Sounds good.
Just like I said, letting you know she has been released.
Okay, yeah,
So-
I appreciate it. I was kind of hoping she would stay
Yeah,
there.
unfortunately, there's not much because it's kind of a low charge. But I mean, part of your no contact
It
order.
said 30 days.
Yeah, but I can't do that. It has to be
By a judge.
exactly.
Got it.
So
And
yeah,
it'll be at Colesneck or Superior?
it'll be at Colt Neck.
Okay.
Yep. Do you have any
Alright.
questions for me?
No, I think this said it was like a criminal violation, so...
Yeah, so it's still criminal. If it's like disorderly persons, it doesn't go up to the Superior
Oh,
Court.
okay.
It stays, and Judge Sandblink's very aware with everything. I actually
Right.
spoke to her today.
Good, okay,
So,
yeah, because I was thinking about filing because of the light, but I feel like she's kind of been doing petty things like this, so I appreciate this, like, to leverage, just to get
yeah.
something
So
in place.
that is all done.
Okay,
You shouldn't have any more issues.
hopefully.
So,
Thank you.
all right.
appreciate
Like I said,
it.
I'll drop that off probably tomorrow around
And
like
I emailed
lunchtime,
you-
if that's okay.
Yeah, lunch, thanks for giving me a
Yeah.
time frame.
Yeah,
I
like probably
emailed
between
to-
like 12 to 1 o'clock. I'll
Okay.
drop it off. I want to come here
emailed those
today.
videos too. It took me a while because of cloud storage and stuff, but I did get those out to you.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right. All right, thank you. Same to you. Have a good one. I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
The suspect was charged with violation of a no-contact order. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and be sure to subscribe for more body cam footage daily.
We're looking for Caroline Augustine. We have reason to believe she's employed at this school.
I don't care what reason you have. You're not approaching any of my teachers without a judicial warrant and proper clearance.
We're federal agents. We don't need your permission.
Actually, you do. This is a school. We have student privacy laws, employee protections, and protocols.
Reason to believe she's employed at this school.
I don't care what reason you have. You're not approaching any of my teachers without a judicial warrant and proper clearance.
We're federal agents. We don't need your permission.
Actually, you do. This is a school. We have student privacy laws, employee protections, and protocols.
The standoff happened at 2:45 p.m. on a crisp autumn afternoon in the science wing of Lincoln High School in Minneapolis. What started as 3 masked ICE agents demanding access to a chemistry teacher would escalate into an entire hallway of educators forming a human barrier to protect their colleague, a stunning confrontation captured on school security cameras that would go viral within hours, and a federal lawsuit that would ultimately award Caroline Augustine $11.7 million while exposing the dangerous intersection of immigration, enforcement, and education. If you're ready to see institutional racism taken down, like this video and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. And if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button right now because you won't want to miss tomorrow's story of cops messing with the wrong people and finding out. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this story. Carlene Augustin was 34 years old, a chemistry teacher who'd been working at Lincoln High for 6 years. She was Haitian American, born in Port-au-Prince, but brought to the United States as a 5-year-old when her family fled political upheaval and violence. She'd grown up in Brooklyn, attended public schools, put herself through college on scholarships while working multiple jobs, and built a career teaching students who reminded her of herself overlooked, underestimated, hungry for someone to believe in them. She was exceptional at her job, the kind of teacher students specifically requested for advanced placement courses, the kind who could explain complex reactions in ways that made them click, the kind who stayed after school to help struggling juniors pass their exams and never made them feel stupid for asking questions. Her lesson plans were inventive. Her labs were the talk of the department. Her students, those who went on to college, remembered her by name. Yet her performance reviews were glowing in private and forgotten in public. Her colleagues respected her work, but her innovations went uncelebrated in staff meetings. Her requests for updated lab equipment were routinely denied. She'd been passed over for department chair twice, always for reasons that felt vague, always in favor of teachers with less tenure and weaker results. She'd become a U.S. citizen through naturalization when she was 18. She had the certificate to prove it, filed safely at home with her other important documents. She had a U.S. passport. She voted in every election. She paid taxes. She'd even served on a school safety committee the previous year, something that required background clearance. She was as American as anyone born on U.S. soil, with documentation to prove it. That autumn afternoon, Carline was working the day shift in her chemistry lab, a bright, well-organized space on the second floor of Lincoln High that overlooked the football field. She was guiding a class of 16 juniors through a titration experiment, a delicate process requiring precision and focus. The students were bent over their beakers, pipettes in hand, watching the solution change color drop by drop. Carline moved between the lab tables, adjusting burettes, correcting technique, her voice calm and encouraging even as she maintained strict safety protocols. The work was meticulous, methodical, the kind of teaching that required constant vigilance and split-second adjustments. One miscalculation could ruin the entire experiment. Carline was at a student's bench, demonstrating proper swirling technique and speaking softly to a girl who'd been struggling with the math behind molarity. She believed in meeting students where they were, not where the curriculum expected them to be. That's when the hall monitor, a nervous sophomore named Travis, appeared at the lab door with an expression Carline had never seen on his face, a mixture of alarm and confusion. 3 men in tactical vests and dark masks had entered the science wing moments earlier, their boots heavy on the polished floors, their presence jarring against the hum of afternoon classes. They moved with the kind of authority that didn't ask permission, didn't wait for introduction. They demanded to see Carlene Augustin by name, flashing an administrative warrant at Travis with the expectation of immediate compliance. The boy stammered, pointed toward the chemistry lab, and the agents pushed past him without another word. Inside the lab, Carline froze mid-sentence. Her students looked up from their experiments, confusion rippling through the room. The agents appeared in the doorway, framed by fluorescent light, their vests emblazoned with letters that made Carline's stomach drop. ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. One agent stepped forward, hand raised as if to silence the room before anyone could speak. The school's protocols for law enforcement visits were clear. All external authorities were required to check in with administration, coordinate with the principal's office, and follow student privacy guidelines. These agents had done none of that. They'd bypassed the front desk, ignored the visitor sign-in sheet, and walked straight into an active classroom as if the rules didn't apply to them. Their justification, delivered in clipped, unyielding tones, was an anonymous tip. Someone had reported Carline Augustin as undocumented, as someone who didn't belong. A few scattered staff members in the hallway noticed the commotion and moved toward the lab, voices rising in question. A history teacher asked the agents to wait. A math instructor stepped in front of one agent, blocking the path. The tension was immediate, palpable. These were educators trained to protect their students, their space, their colleagues. The agents brushed past them, insisting they had authority to question Carline's immigration status, to detain her if necessary, to take her into custody if she couldn't produce proof of citizenship on the spot. Principal David Reynolds emerged from his office at the far end of the hallway, drawn by the raised voices and the sudden disruption. He was a man in his 50s, calm in demeanor but unyielding in principle, the kind of leader who believed rules existed to protect people, not to be bent for convenience. He moved swiftly toward the chemistry lab, positioning himself firmly between the agents and the door. His voice, when he spoke, was measured but absolute. He demanded a judicial warrant. He cited student safety laws. He invoked employee privacy protections. He made it clear that without proper authorization, the agents would not take another step. The agents radioed for backup. They threatened obstruction charges. They insisted their administrative warrant was sufficient. Reynolds didn't move. He called school security. He called the district's legal advisors. He stood in the doorway, arms crossed, his body a barrier the agents couldn't legally cross without escalating to physical force. More teachers gathered, drawn from adjacent classrooms by the commotion. A dozen educators materialized in the hallway. Math teachers, English instructors, the school librarian, the vice principal. They formed a loose semicircle around the lab entrance, their bodies shifting subtly to block access without aggression. It wasn't planned. It wasn't rehearsed. It was instinct. Collective instinct to protect one of their own. Inside the lab, Caroline stood behind her colleagues, her heart pounding, her hands trembling slightly as she gripped the edge of a lab table. She thought of her naturalization ceremony at 18, the pride she'd felt raising her right hand, swearing the oath. She thought of her U.S. passport sitting in a drawer at home, useless to her now. She thought of her students, still frozen at their lab benches, watching this unfold. She said nothing. She refused to engage without counsel. It was the only power she had in that moment, silence, stillness, the quiet resilience she'd built over years of being underrated and overlooked. The security cameras in the hallway captured every moment in high definition. The agents' tactical vests, the teacher's defiant semicircle, Reynolds' unyielding stance in the doorway. The impasse stretched into minutes. Students peeked from classrooms, whispering, filming on phones. The atmosphere was chaotic, yet contained, a standoff unfolding in real time, with no clear resolution. Caroline's mind drifted, unbidden, to her arrival in the United States at age 5. She remembered the chaos of Port-au-Prince, the night her family fled, the separation from relatives she'd never see again. She remembered her mother working 3 jobs to keep them housed. She remembered scholarships and late-night study sessions, and the isolating grind of putting herself through college while her peers partied and networked. She remembered landing at Lincoln High, excited to teach, only to find her methods questioned, her innovations dismissed, her voice ignored in meetings where mediocrity was celebrated over excellence. The human barrier solidified. Teachers exchanged glances, silent communication passing between them. Reynolds leveraged his authority, reiterating the school's private property rights, the need for proper verification, the legal requirements the agents were blatantly ignoring. He refused to let them advance. The agents attempted to sidestep the group, to maneuver around the semicircle. The teachers shifted, closing ranks. No one raised a hand. No one raised a voice. They simply stood, unyielding, embodying a cross-racial allyship that needed no words. The standoff was entering its 15th minute when the agents' radios crackled with incoming instructions. Backup was delayed. Legal counsel was en route. The situation was being assessed. The agents' frustration was visible now, their body language shifting from confidence to irritation. They issued warnings. They threatened consequences. But they didn't move forward. They couldn't. Not without risking assault charges against a dozen educators. Not without creating a scene that would be impossible to justify. Carleen remained behind the wall of her colleagues, silent and shaken, her quiet strength beginning to surface. She had survived worse than this. She had endured years of being underestimated, neglected, passed over. She had buried secrets deeper than anyone knew. And now, surrounded by people willing to risk their careers to protect her, she felt something shift inside, a resolve, a clarity. If they wanted to come for her, they would have to go through all of them. School security arrived at the 2:58 mark, 3 officers in Navy uniforms moving cautiously into the hallway, assessing the scene with professional neutrality. They'd been briefed by Reynolds, over the phone federal agents, no judicial warrant, disruption in progress. The security team positioned themselves between the teachers and the ICE agents, not as enforcers but as mediators, their presence a signal that the situation was being managed through proper channels. The lead security officer, a former police detective named Marcus Webb, conferred briefly with Reynolds, then turned to the agents with a calm directive. Any action involving school employees would need to be coordinated through administration. The school's legal team was en route. Until then, the agents were asked to wait in the main office or leave the premises. The masked figures didn't move immediately. They stood in the hallway, radios crackling with static, their frustration now visible in the way they shifted their weight, adjusted their vests, exchanged glances behind their masks. The impasse held for 25 minutes total, a tense standoff that felt longer than it was, every second documented by the hallway cameras in crisp, undeniable detail. The agents couldn't push through without risking assault on educators. They couldn't legally detain Carline without proper verification and authorization. They were outmaneuvered, trapped by the very protocols they'd attempted to bypass. District administrators arrived at 3:12. 2 lawyers from the district's legal office, briefed and urgent, reviewed the administrative warrant the agents had flashed. They declared it insufficient for detaining an employee mid-shift, emphasizing due process, the disruption to student learning, the lack of probable cause. The agents protested, citing anonymous tips and database matches, but the lawyers were unmoved. Without a judicial warrant signed by a judge, without coordination with school administration, the agents had no authority to proceed. The lawyers made it clear, leave now or face legal action for trespassing and interference with educational operations. The agents retreated at 3:18, filing out of the science wing with tight, clipped movements, their parting words a warning that the matter wasn't resolved, that Carline Augustin would be contacted again, that failure to cooperate would result in consequences. Reynolds watched them go, his expression unreadable, his body still positioned protectively in front of the lab door until the agents disappeared down the stairwell. The aftermath was immediate and emotional. Staff members exhaled in unison, the tension breaking like a snapped wire. Teachers hugged Carline, praised her composure, reassured her with words that felt both comforting and surreal. She was shaking now, the adrenaline ebbing, replaced by confusion and disbelief. Reynolds pulled her gently into his office, closing the door behind them, assuring her of the school's full support. The district would provide legal counsel. Human resources would document everything. She wouldn't face this alone. But the question lingered, heavy and unanswerable in the moment. Why had ICE targeted her? She was a citizen. She had proof. Her employment records were clear. What anonymous tip could possibly justify this invasion? The school arranged for an immigration attorney that same evening, a specialist in wrongful detention cases named Rebecca Tran. Carline met with her in a borrowed conference room, still wearing her lab coat, still replaying the standoff in her mind. Tran worked quickly, pulling federal databases, requesting disclosure on the tip that had triggered the visit. What she uncovered was both predictable and devastating. An anonymous caller had reported Carline Augustin as undocumented. ICE had run the name through their system and found a match, a decade-old deportation order for someone named Carline Augustin, deported to Haiti in 2013. But the match was wrong, catastrophically, negligently wrong. The deportation order wasn't for Carline. It was for her identical twin sister, separated during their chaotic escape from Haiti when they were children, presumed lost in the system, deported under a mistaken identity years earlier when she'd been picked up during a raid in Florida. Carline had never spoken about her sister. The pain was too deep, too tangled with guilt and grief. Her family had fractured in the crossing. Her twin had ended up in foster care under a different name, then slipped through cracks Carline couldn't fill. She'd buried the secret, focused on surviving, on building a life her sister never got to have. The revelation hit Carline like a physical blow, her sister. After all these years, the database match had pulled her sister's record, overlaid it onto Carline's life, and sent armed agents to her classroom without a single additional verification, no cross-check of dates of birth, no comparison of social security numbers, no review of employment records, just a name match and an assumption of guilt. Tran explained the implications carefully. This wasn't just negligence, it was a pattern. ICE had a documented history of relying on flawed databases, outdated information, racial profiling. Carline's case was extreme but not unique. The attorney recommended filing a federal lawsuit, Fourth Amendment violations for unlawful seizure attempts, Fifth Amendment violations for due process denial, 14th Amendment violations for ethnic profiling. The twin sister revelation added emotional depth to the claims, transforming a bureaucratic error into a human tragedy. The security footage leaked that night. A teacher who'd been in the hallway, still rattled by the confrontation, posted a 30-second clip to social media with a caption that read, "Teachers form human shield against masked ICE agents trying to detain a colleague. This is what solidarity looks like." The video went viral within hours. By morning, it had been shared across educator networks, immigrant rights groups, news outlets. The footage was stark and undeniable, Reynolds standing firm in the doorway, teachers forming a protective semicircle, agents radioing for backup, students watching from classrooms. Headlines appeared by dawn. Teachers block ICE raid in Minneapolis high school. Educators form human barrier to protect Haitian American colleague. Viral video shows school staff defying federal agents. The story spread with the speed and intensity of wildfire, amplified by the visual power of the footage, the relatability of the setting, the emotional punch of teachers protecting one of their own. Public backlash grew exponentially. News outlets analyzed the footage frame by frame, praising the staff's solidarity, celebrating Reynolds' leadership as an example of cross-racial allyship. Immigration attorneys and civil rights organizations issued statements condemning ICE's negligence, pointing out the failure to verify basic identifiers, the reliance on anonymous tips, the targeting of a naturalized citizen in her workplace. Educators nationwide shared their own stories of similar overreach, creating a groundswell of support for Carline and a broader critique of enforcement practices that treated schools like raid zones. The narrative subtly posed a question to the growing audience. Have you ever wondered if schools should be safe havens from such intrusions? The comment sections filled with responses. Yes, absolutely. Teachers deserve protection. This is why solidarity matters. Schools should be off limits. The engagement was organic, passionate, a reflection of how deeply the story resonated across demographics and political divides. Carline, watching the footage for the first time on her laptop at home, felt something shift. The humiliation of the standoff, the terror of being targeted, the grief of her sister's story, all of it transformed into resolve. She wasn't just fighting for herself anymore. She was fighting for her twin, for the teachers who'd stood with her, for every educator and student who deserved to feel safe in their classrooms. She authorized Tran to file the lawsuit. Federal court. ICE and the Department of Homeland Security named as defendants. Constitutional violations, emotional distress, punitive damages. Discovery began within weeks, and what it revealed was damning. Internal emails showed agents had proceeded on a name match alone, ignoring protocols that required multi-point verification. Agents admitted in depositions that they lacked field verification tools, that they'd relied on outdated databases, that they'd never checked Carline's employment records or her citizenship status before entering the school. Supervisors acknowledged systemic failures but claimed good faith based on limited information. The defense was weak, reactive, undermined by the evidence at every turn. Carline returned to teaching while the lawsuit unfolded. Her overlooked brilliance was suddenly visible, celebrated. Colleagues sought her input on curriculum. Students organized a solidarity rally. The school board issued a formal apology for the trauma she'd endured. But the recognition, while validating, felt bittersweet. It had taken a viral video and a federal lawsuit for her work to be acknowledged, for her voice to matter. The injustice of that wasn't lost on her. The chapter closed on rising momentum. The lawsuit was moving toward trial. The footage continued to circulate, a symbol of resistance and institutional failure. Carline stood in her empty lab one evening after classes, staring at the titration equipment still set up from that afternoon, and felt the weight of what was coming. Justice as method, not spectacle. Truth as endurance, not performance. She would see this through, no matter how long it took. The lawsuit unfolded over 7 months, building toward a 5-week trial that began in federal court on a cold morning in late spring. The courtroom was packed journalists, educators, immigrant rights advocates, former students. The viral security footage had made Carline's case a symbol of something larger, but the trial itself was methodical, procedural, anchored in constitutional law and bureaucratic failure. The evidence was damning from the start. The prosecution played the security footage in its entirety, every frame documenting the agent's aggression, the teacher's unyielding barrier, Reynolds' calm refusal to yield. Agent depositions were read into the record, admissions of negligence rendered stark in legalese. One agent admitted proceeding on a name match alone. Another acknowledged they'd never verified Carline's social security number or employment records. A third conceded that field verification tools existed but weren't used because of time constraints and resource limitations. Testimonies poured in, each one building the case for systemic failure. Teachers described their split-second decision to protect Carline, the instinct to stand together against overreach. They spoke of her exceptional teaching, her innovative labs, her dedication to students who struggled. They detailed how she'd been overlooked for years, denied department chair positions, ignored in meetings, passed over for resources despite performance reviews that consistently rated her among the top educators in the district. The portrait that emerged was of a woman who'd excelled in silence, whose brilliance had been undervalued until a crisis forced it into visibility. Carline took the stand on the 8th day of trial. She spoke clearly, without theatrics, recounting the terror of the standoff, the confusion of being targeted despite her citizenship, the chaos of armed agents disrupting her classroom. She described her naturalization at 18, the pride she'd felt, the life she'd built. Then she revealed the bombshell that transformed the case from bureaucratic error to human tragedy. Her identical twin sister, separated during their escape from Haiti, deported years earlier under a mistaken identity, the secret she'd carried in silence for decades. The database match that had sent agents to her door was to her sister, a woman she'd lost and mourned and never stopped thinking about. The courtroom was silent. Jurors leaned forward. Journalists scribbled notes. The emotional weight of the revelation was palpable, underscoring the human cost of lazy enforcement, of systems that treated people as data points rather than lives. Expert witnesses testified on constitutional requirements for probable cause, the necessity of multi-point verification, the chilling effect of immigration actions in schools. A former ICE supervisor, now a critic of the agency, detailed how systemic failures were enabled by budget cuts, outdated technology, and a culture that prioritized speed over accuracy. Students from Carline's class, now seniors, recounted how the incident had disrupted their learning, but also taught them about standing up to injustice, about the power of collective action. The defense argued good faith based on limited information, claiming agents had followed available protocols, that the anonymous tip had been credible enough to warrant investigation. But the evidence overwhelmed their claims. School employment records verifying Carline's citizenship had been accessible with a single phone call. Her social security number, different from her sister's, would have immediately flagged the database error. The agents had ignored every available safeguard, proceeding with recklessness that bordered on malice. Jury deliberation lasted 2 days. When the verdict came, it was unequivocal: liability on all counts, Fourth Amendment violations, Fifth Amendment violations, 14th Amendment violations. The compensatory damages were set at $3 million for emotional distress, career impact, and trauma. The punitive damages were set at $8.7 million, designed to deter future negligence, to send a message that constitutional rights couldn't be trampled in the name of expediency. $11.7 million total, one of the largest awards in similar cases. The verdict made headlines immediately. Teacher wins, nearly $12 million in ICE, raid lawsuit, jury awards, millions after viral school standoff. Federal court rules against ICE in wrongful detention case. The aftermath was swift and public. 3 agents were terminated. 2 supervisors were demoted. ICE announced policy reforms requiring multiple identity verifications before any school-based enforcement actions. The reforms were significant, driven by the visibility of Carline's case, the undeniable evidence of failure. Schools nationwide adopted the incident as a case study in handling enforcement, a model for protecting staff and students. Lincoln High installed a plaque in the science wing, brass letters on polished wood. Here, we stand united, protecting our own. It was mounted near the chemistry lab, a permanent reminder of what had happened, what had been risked, what had been won. Carline used part of the award to establish a legal defense fund for educators facing similar threats. She partnered with organizations specializing in immigration law and civil rights, funding training sessions on employee rights, enforcement protocols, how to respond to raids. The fund grew quickly, supported by donations from educators nationwide, from people who'd watched the viral footage and felt compelled to act. She continued her career at Lincoln High. Her classroom was full every semester, students requesting her sections, her reputation no longer underrated or overlooked. Colleagues sought her mentorship. Administrators consulted her on curriculum. The recognition was validating, but it didn't erase the years of neglect, the microaggressions, the quiet humiliations. She carried both the triumph and the scars. Months after the verdict, Carline was invited to speak at a national education conference in Chicago. She stood on a stage in front of 2,000 educators, the viral footage playing on screens behind her, and spoke about what the event had revealed. Not just systemic failures in immigration enforcement, but the power of allyship, the necessity of standing together, the quiet strength that emerges when people are finally seen. She spoke about her sister, about the pain of secrets carried in silence, about how justice isn't just legal outcomes, but the slow, difficult work of making systems accountable. The story concluded with schools across the country citing Lincoln High as a model, with ICE facing ongoing scrutiny, with reforms that, while imperfect, represented progress. The viral footage remained a symbol, shared and reshared, a reminder that collective action could shift power, that institutions could be forced to change when people refused to yield. Carlene returned to her lab after the conference, preparing lessons for the fall semester, her hands steady as she organized beakers and pipettes. The underdog had triumphed. The overlooked had been vindicated. But more than that, she transformed her trauma into a platform for change, ensuring that what happened to her wouldn't happen to others. The resolution wasn't just personal, it was systemic. It was enduring. It was justice as method, truth as endurance, power reclaimed through the slow, deliberate work of holding systems accountable.
If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next story. Share this video with someone who would appreciate it, and let's keep building this community together. And before you go, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what stood out to you the most. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next.